Hello, I'm Chef Johnny and this is Libby. Today we're going to be showing you one of our dishes. It's our Chipotle mac and cheese. Now there's a collaboration going on between a bunch of channels. I couldn't tell you how many, but there's 12 or 15 of us anyways doing a mac and cheese today. And so I'm going to put a link down below so you can find them all. This was the brainchild of Daddy Dutch Barbecue and Cooking. Ken over there said, hey, let's do a mac and cheese collaboration. So there's a bunch of us doing this. And I hope y'all enjoy what we're doing. Today we're showing you how to make a Chipotle mac and cheese. To get this started, we're gonna start off and we're gonna make our roux first. We've pretty much got everything done. We've got 1 pound of pasta noodles cooked. We have our cheese grated up, and we have our onions already sauteed. There'll be a recipe down below. The only thing we're really going to show you how to do is make the roux and then mix it all together with the cheese sauce. But a lot of stuff's already made. And the chipotles, what we do is we get our chipotles, and I'll give you all a close-up of this can so you can see it. But this is a chipotle in adobo. So it's a smoked jalapeno pepper that's in an adobo sauce. It's a very, very tasty, very flavorful. Got some nice heat to it, so we're not going to use too many. And we're going to add that to our milk. And as you can see, it's blended up in here. So we put how many in there?
There's 3 chipotle peppers to a half a cup of milk, and it's blended really, really fine.
And sometimes we don't mind having some where you can see some of the pepper because you see those flakes in the noodles, and that looks nice also. So let's get you to the stove. We'll show you how to do that. And what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, as far as the cheese, we use both sharp cheddar. The Tillamook is the best, and then we also use American cheese. So we use a cup of American cheese and then a cup of the grated sharp cheddar, and that's our cheese that we use for our mac.
We really like the Tillamook. We like the sharp cheddar Tillamook. It's the one in the red package. If you don't see the red, get the black package. That's the extra sharp Tillamook. But we like to use both those for our mac and cheese.
Yeah.
So let's get over to the stove. We'll show you how we make that roux.
Okay. Okay, to start, I use 2 tablespoons of butter, and we use butter. We don't use margarine in this house. That's like a dirty word in this house. So we use butter, and we're going to go ahead and let that melt. And then what I'll add to that is 2 tablespoons of flour and then a teaspoon of salt, and that I will use to start my roux. And the very best thing for making this cream sauce is this Cutco whisk. This is the best thing in the world. This is my favorite thing in my kitchen other than my Wusthof chef's knife. So if you don't have one of these, you want to grab one. Again, Cutco. Okay, the roux is nice and smooth. We've worked all the lumps out of it. So the next thing we're going to do is we have already sauteed in about 2 tablespoons of butter. We sauteed half of an onion. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the roux. And that gives it a really nice flavor.
And also remember, your roux will not start thickening that milk until you bring the milk back to a boil. As you can see, it's nice and thick now, and it's doing that because we got it hot enough.
The next thing we're going to do is add our cheese. And again, this is a mixture of American and sharp cheddar.
A cup of each. I say it looks like a little more than a cup of each. Now she said a cup of each, but actually she cut off, what, about a 2-inch slab?
All right, as you can see, this is starting to thicken up. What I do is I keep my milk at hand, and as I need it, I add a little bit more because I don't want this to just be really clumpy and gross. I want it to be nice and smooth.
So we had 2 cups of milk, and we're going to add maybe another cup as we go to see what it looks like. And really, I would say that was really 2 cups of each cheese that we put in there once it was grated. About 2 cups of cheddar, 2 cups of American. And we're just going to melt this cheese in.
It's getting nice and smooth. You can still see some lumps in there, but that's your onions. Okay, we're ready. All right, now, what we're gonna do next is we are gonna add the chipotle mixture to this, and it's gonna completely change the color because those chipotle peppers have that red tint to them. But again, that's a mixture of a cup of milk and then 3 chipotles. You can still see some of the chunks in there.
And we're just going to incorporate that into our cheese real good. Now, here's our pasta that we cooked earlier, and it's cooked to al dente. You do not want it too soft, especially if you want to put this into the oven and bake it for a little while. You really want that noodles to be fairly firm. So these are not going in the oven because we're going to leave this nice and creamy and just mix the sauce in up on top. And this is a pound of pasta. We'll pour this in now. Make sure we get everything out of there. See these nice little pieces. Maybe you can see that in the overhead shot of the chipotles. We like to see that. It gives it a nice color that you can see real well. And we're going to stir this in. Now, one reason that you got to realize is this cools a little bit, it's going to thicken. And also, the other thing to remember is this. We use this on our barbecue trailer a lot. So it sits for a while in the warmer. When you bake it, it tends to dry it out and it doesn't last as long. So if you're going to have something on a serving line, it's going to be there for a while, then be careful about how dry you have it before it goes onto the serving line. But I think that one's looking pretty good. What do you think?
I think it's ready.
Let's get a spoon.
Here you go.
Our family's going to enjoy this today.
Perfect.
Real good. Sometimes you have to add a little more salt at the end. Just adjust your seasonings a little bit, but this has got a great flavor. It's got a little bit of bite. It's nice, it's creamy, and as this cools off a little more, it's going to thicken a little bit more, and you're going to have a really nice bowl of Chipotle mac and cheese.
Hope you enjoyed our mac and cheese video today. Thanks for stopping by Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine, and we hope to see you down the road.
We will, and thanks to Kent over at Daddy Dutch. Don't forget to check the people down below and see all the other people that did mac and cheese today. I know there's a lot of different ones going on out there. There's some with brisket in it. I think somebody's doing some with pork belly in it. So there's a lot of different ones, a lot of fancy ones. We're just doing the basic Chipotle cheese that normally we make for our barbecue trailer. And today we're just taking it to a family get-together. So hope you all enjoy this. I hope you try it on your next family get-together. Remember to tell your friends and family about us. And share us on your social media. We'll see you down the road on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine.
There you go.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.